Welcome to High Strangeness, where we ask questions and explore all that is strange and unexpected in our reality.
Hey there, Jason, buddy. What's going on? How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
Man, I'm not too bad at all. I'm so excited to have you on the show here with us today, and I want to thank you for doing that. I'm looking forward to hearing all about this stuff you got going on down there in Alabama. I think it's going to be fun, and I'm excited to share that with people on the show. So
Absolutely.
It's going to be a good one. And but before we get into all that, I want to find out a little bit about Bigfoot in Alabama. You got him down there?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have a group, Squatch Seekers of the South. We've probably had it going on for maybe 10 years or so. However, about 3 or 4 years ago, a group of about 7 of us was like, let's make this a little more Facebook official. So we started a group and had our first town hall and stuff like that. And so we actually, I guess our goal is just to go out and research and stuff. And so in doing that, we've met tons of researchers all across the country. However, our main focus is pretty much the Southeast, and we do some research in Lee County, Alabama, Russell County, Alabama. We've been down to Evergreen, Alabama. We've been up to Montgomery, Birmingham. So we just kind of make our way around, take a weekend and take the guys up, and we'll camp out and go out and get out in the woods, and we have experienced some pretty incredible stuff. I must say, I actually was not a believer to start with. This was pretty much my brother's endeavor to start with, and he was like, "Man, I need some help with the Facebook and YouTube," because he's not really that savvy with that stuff. So I come on and started helping with that, and they finally got me out in the woods, and I started going with them, and some of the stuff that we've experienced, I'm just like in awe of it, and some of the things we've seen has turned me into a believer for sure.
Well, look, you teased it. So now I'm going to ask you about it because I can't help it. Now, I was going to ask you, are there a lot of sightings out there? I know the answer, but I was going to ask you that. But now you're telling me you've seen some strange things. Tell us about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, for instance, in Evergreen, this past January, where are you located?
I'm in Utah.
Okay, Utah. Well, Alabama got a bunch of snow last January, all the way down to Pensacola, Florida. And probably about 3 or 4 days after all of that, we went to Evergreen, Alabama, so there was still snow on the ground, and we come across a bunch of tracks and different things when we were camping down there, and I don't know, probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, we went to this grassy area in the middle of the woods, and this is a known research spot. A lot of people that are in the research community around here go to this area, and we had our thermals out, and we captured a pretty large creature standing beside a tree for probably about 5 minutes, and it was kind of swaying back and forth. And prior to all that, because we were all just standing there with our equipment, thermals and cameras and different things, we kept seeing like these streaks of light go across the trees. We're like, what in the world is that? And then moments later, one of the guys was like, "Oh, I think I got something. Take a look." And so someone else grabbed it, and he was like, "Oh my God, oh my God." And yeah, I mean, it's pretty incredible, and we have the footage of that. We know that we were there alone. Of course, we're in some remote woods. No one else should have been out there. But whatever this is that we saw was certainly large, bigger than what we would consider an average sized human. Probably about 8 foot tall. We went back the next day just to kind of record the location where we saw it at, just to see if there were any footprints or something else that we could have been seeing. But I mean, it was night and day as far as what was there the night before and what was there the next day. And so actually after the fact, coming back home and going through the footage and stuff, we had several cameras, several thermals. So we captured that thermal. We knew we had that because we were looking at it. But once we started going through some of the other footage, we actually captured the thermal and an eye shine at the exact same time in the exact same place on 2 different cameras. But we did not see the eye shine.
Isn't
It
that
was only
weird?
captured on video.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird
so
how like you have to rely on the video sometimes because you don't get the whole thing sometimes with your own
right,
eyes, right?
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and in that we also captured some other orbs that were floating around. So I don't know. It's been a strange experience over the last few years. Going out because it seems like every time we have some type of activity, there usually is some type of orb or a light or something, which is really really odd. Um,
Yeah.
some of our guys think it's flesh and blood. Some think it might be Nephilim. Some think other things. So I mean. It's hard, but once you put all this stuff together, you're just kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out.
Wow, absolutely. And you're right, man. The orbs, I'm hearing more and more about that around Bigfoot sightings.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And
always been out there,
what's
but
up? Yeah.
yeah, but every time that we've experienced something, we have captured orbs at the same time, every single time. Now, I can't recall an occurrence where we've captured an eye shine or a howl or this thermal that we didn't also capture some type of light phenomenon, orbs or just something. So it's
That is
really
crazy.
strange for sure.
Yeah, and it lends to a lot of different theories on what's going on with that, which is probably what you guys talk about in your events, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I do want to ask you this though, Jason, so you went that first time, let's say, as supporting your friends and your brother and stuff, thinking, yeah, I kind of believe, but then you see that. Tell me that moment for you.
Right. I mean, that was the moment because I was like, holy crap. I'm like, I was scared. I didn't know if I wanted to go back to camp. But I mean, I think there were 6 of us that were standing there. So we were all experiencing this at the same time.
Yeah.
And the property that we were on, the owner had showed us video and just all kinds of crazy stuff that already made us kind of like, wow. Just the evidence that he had, and then to experience something like that on our own, it was mind blowing to me. I mean, like I said, I was like, yeah, I could see where something's out there, but the more you get into it, looking at videos, looking at podcasts, learning from others, and then having that experience for yourself, that's what will turn a non-believer into a believer. I don't think someone
Right.
telling you about it or you watching it is going to turn you into a believer until you've experienced it yourself. So myself and a couple other guys that are with us are in that same boat because I mean they kind of believed, but once they've had a couple of experiences, they're like, holy crap, there's something. I mean, we don't know what this creature is because we haven't physically seen one. I mean, we've seen it through technology and had howls and different things like that, but having a face-to-face, eye-to-eye encounter, none of us have had that except for the property owner. And so I don't know. That's why we're out there now, is try to get that visual with our own eyes without technology, just to kind of confirm what we think that we know.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
what was the property owner was kind of like, yeah, man, I see him all the time.
Well, he was a
he's-
non-believer as well.
Was
I
he
think
really?
that he moved there in I think 2017 or something, and he thought that there were kids on his property doing stuff and different things, and so police got involved a couple of different times, but yeah, and then he was able to capture some stuff on video, and he was like, what the hell? so
Yeah,
so
I mean, that's
he's
crazy.
been he was dealing with it as them terrorizing terrorizing him and his family, and he was just scared for his family to start with, but he's learned to live with them at this point. So
Yeah. So it's funny because I've never been to Alabama, but I've seen pictures and stuff of some of the, like, I think it's called Bankhead National
right, Bankhead Forest, yeah.
Cool, really cool
Yeah.
places, right? And I'm understanding that there's sightings in all of those places. Is that a
Oh,
true
yeah.
statement? Yeah.
We haven't been able to venture to all of them, but yeah, Bankhead. There's a place called Hollins Wildlife Management Area where a lot of people that are into Bigfoot in this area, they go there and camp and have had experiences and stuff. Of course, Evergreen is the Bigfoot capital of Alabama. We have a Bigfoot capital in Alabama, so Evergreen is it. But whenever you go to like BFRO or some of the other reporting sites to look stuff up, there are, reports all over Alabama. However, that doesn't even scratch the surface on the amount of stuff that goes on around here. Just running our Facebook page and YouTube and talking to different people all across Alabama and Georgia, we've gotten probably 2 to 3 times the amount that's already reported on the reporting sites. So, of course, they classify them as Class A, C, or ABC or whatever. But we just take into account, whatever the person is telling us, and so there's a lot more stuff out there than what's reported anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine some people are like, I'm not going to report that,
Right.
whatever. Now I know what I saw, but I'm keeping it to myself, kind of thing, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's how a lot of people are. They don't want to be ridiculed or made fun of or thought, someone trying to make them sound like they're crazy or whatever. So a lot of people do keep that to themselves. For sure.
So let me ask you, Skunk Ape, right? That's Florida. That's down further, right? Is that right?
Right. That is Florida. One of the guys that's actually coming to the East Alabama Bigfoot Town Hall, Stacy Brown Jr., Tyler Howell also. Both of them live in Florida, and both of them have had an encounter with a skunk ape. So, but yeah. So I mean, I don't know really. I mean, I guess it's like with all wildlife. Your wildlife up north is this big, and the further down south you get, the skinnier they get. So it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of the same thing with Bigfoot. Yeah.
Right. That's exactly where I was going to go next, because I had heard that they're smaller maybe than the Pacific Northwest ones and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, they're just from reports and stuff. I mean, there's bigger ones here as well, but in general, they're usually 7.5, 8, 9 foot tall. That's about as tall as you hear people report, but some do report even bigger than that. But yeah, so I don't know.
That'd be frightening to run up on one of those. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've thought about that. I definitely don't want to be by myself. I want to be in the back of the pack whenever we experience that.
I'll be in the middle.
That might be a good idea for sure.
Well, that's exciting, man. I'm glad to hear that you guys get out and do that regularly, and then you're being paid back, right, by actually coming back with some stories and experiences.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Really
Yeah, we try to go out in the field with boots on the ground once or twice a month, sometimes more. We're actually going back to Evergreen this weekend, and I think the low is going to be 17, so I don't know what we're thinking.
Good luck.
Yeah, so we're making sure that we take plenty of firewood and some heaters.
Yeah, for sure.
We got some diesel-powered heaters, so try to stay warm anyway.
Well, Jason, what have you got going on out there? Tell us about this town hall and what else, and anything else that you have going on in your group.
Yeah, so I would say probably about, it was 2024, we actually had our first East Alabama Bigfoot Town Hall. There actually was already an Alabama Bigfoot conference in Alabama. I think it was in Anniston. So we didn't want to step on their toes and have a Alabama Bigfoot Town Hall. So we decided to do East Alabama Bigfoot Town Hall. We had the first one. It was a free event. We had probably 125 that showed up to that. We fed them breakfast and lunch for free.
Nice.
We had some really cool speakers. We had M.K. Davis with us that first year, Stacy Brown Jr. and several other people. So that one went over well, and we were like, well, that's kind of cool. Let's keep on, because we wanted to do it to find out what is everyone else experiencing around here.
Yeah.
And that first one, I think we got 24 encounters out of that 120 something people that showed up.
Wow.
So, and some of them were like really cool, and some of them older people that were kind of terrorized by it, and they were upset and crying because of it. And out of that, we got to talk to them, tell them our experiences, and how to deal with these things whenever you have something like that on your property. Excuse me. So we ended up having the second one. And the second one, I think there was 260 something people that showed up to that one. And now we're going on to our third East Alabama Bigfoot Town Hall. So we're going to have Kumbo Baker. He's a researcher up in North Alabama. We're going to have Stacy Brown Jr. We're going to have Flat Rock, Tyler Howell, Bobby Dizzle from the Caffeinated Cryptid podcast. He's going to be hosting, he's going to be the MC for the event. Dale Boswell, he is a Bigfoot researcher here in Alabama, but he's also a musician. So he's going to be performing with the band and
2 for 1.
Yeah, 2 for 1. That's it.
Nice.
With a band, so we're going to have that, and we're going to have, I don't know, I think there's 30 something vendors, food trucks, and stuff like that. We're not really trying to turn it into a Bigfoot festival per se. That's why we kind of named it the Bigfoot Town Hall, so that we can interact with the people that come and talk back and forth about different things, try to get encounters, and that sort of thing, and people that are being terrorized or scared of these things, try to make them feel more at ease and share their stories. So that was kind of the idea behind doing this. And then we also have 3 other events that we decided to do this year just to kind of fill the whole weekend. So we're actually having a meet and greet on March the 6th. And that's going to be a dinner that we're going to have. And after we do all that and have dinner and talk a little bit, we'll actually go out and do a little bit of squatching with the people that come to the event.
Right on.
So yeah.
Squatch Seekers of the South, searching for truth, debunking the doubt. The answers are there if the questions don't count. The Squatch Seekers of the South.
And so the next morning, of course, is the East Alabama Bigfoot Town Hall on March the 7th. And so we'll go through all that throughout the day till I think around 3:30. And then later on that night, we're actually going to have a paranormal investigation of the old Seal Courthouse in Seal, Alabama, which is where the event's going to be at. Stacy Brown Jr., he's been on the Discovery Channel, Travel Channel, and a whole bunch of that stuff. And he actually went and spent the night in the Conjuring House. So he's a paranormal investigator. So he was like, hey, you're going to be speaking at the town hall anyway. Why don't you stay over? Because the location is a 1800 and something old courthouse where a lot of stuff has happened, and that we think it's haunted. So we've added that event too. So
that's really cool. Like, that's giving people quite a bit there to enjoy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're not into Bigfoot, you can come to the vendors and eat food and stay till later on that evening and do the paranormal investigation if you're into that. So.
That's really cool. So what time does it start on Saturday?
Saturday it's going to start at 9 a.m. Okay. And that's just doors open. The vendors will start selling around that time, and then the speakers will actually start speaking around 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Nice. Yeah, just so people can ease in, get in, and
that's it.
Get it going.
Yeah, do a little shopping. We have some really, really cool vendors too. We weren't sure about that. So the first 2 years we didn't do vendors.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want people to come out and sell stuff, and then we did not have a lot of people to show up to buy stuff from them. But as we've experienced the last 2 years, it's been great, and this year it seems to be going even better. So we decided to go ahead and do the vendors. But we have a wood carver that's coming. We got a dude that's like cuts out metal art and has Bigfoot and stuff, and so I mean we got a ton of stuff, so it's gonna be pretty cool.
That does sound cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it gives a little bit of everything. I mean, why not, right?
That's it.
What else you gonna do on a March weekend, right? Come on.
That's
man.
it. That's it. And Dale's real excited. Like I said, he's the musician of the group, so he was in a band for I don't know 30-something years probably. Do you know Doug Hajek?
No, I don't think so.
He's a Bigfoot guy, and he also has a record label. So he actually just signed Dale to do a songwriter contract. So he's real excited to try to promote that at the town hall too.
Why not, right?
Yeah, so he's getting all his buddies to come out. He's like, "Hey, why don't y'all come out and help me sing and for free?"
Yeah.
So they're excited about it though. So
it,
this area is a pretty big musical type of area. So there's a lot of musicians in this area. So it should be a good time for sure.
Sounds like a party.
And he's writing some Bigfoot songs, so that should be interesting. Exactly. Yeah,
Well, I was going to ask you, like, so this is going to be the third year. What sorts of folks are you seeing come out? And of course, it's growing. But are you seeing a lot of locals? Is anybody coming from anywhere else?
Yeah, no, there's actually quite a few people that have travel or do travel. We do get a lot of local people.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, we thought, it's just going to be random people that's kind of like, oh, what's this about? Yeah. But the people that have come have like really been legitimately interested in it. And that's like I said, we've gotten all types of encounter stories. So that's the majority of the type of people that come, or people that have either had an experience, know someone that has had an experience, or likes, some of these Bigfoot shows on TV. So, I mean, it's really cool to see the participation of all the people that come. I mean, it's not just sitting and listening. We try to interact with everyone, and it's amazing to see so many in an audience to stand up and tell their story. So it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, jeez.
Come
give me something I can feel. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? See tomorrow, but tonight I'm crazy. All you gotta do is
I think when you have people that are engaged and sharing, like, that's the best kind of event right there. That really is.
Absolutely. And like M.K. Davis, he's been around forever, and he studied the Patty film. And so there's a lot of people, he has a lot of fans. So that has drawn people in from other states just to come and meet him and hear what he has to say. And of course we have Kumbo Baker, and he used to work for NASA, I believe. Not exactly sure what type of title, but it was some type of engineer, I'm sure. And so he's been around for a long time, has had a lot of experience in the Bigfoot community. So he'll draw in his own little fan club as well. So we expect to have people coming from all over the place for sure.
That's pretty cool. I know I personally can't wait. A few more years here, I'm going to retire. I'm going to go all around checking all these places out. Right. I think this is awesome, man.
Oh yeah. We enjoy it. We attend some of the other Bigfoot festivals. Molina, Georgia actually has one as well, and we attended that back in November, I believe. So some good people up there, and they've had a pretty big encounter up there back in '94, I believe, and the sheriff's deputy captured an 18-inch print. Was able to cast one anyway. So pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, man. I think this is real. I mean, you've seen it. I haven't, but I believe it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we get all types of questions in regards to belief, but I mean, once you experience it, I think that there's just no turning back from that point.
What are you going to do? Yeah, there's no denying it anymore.
Right.
On your weekend there, so we know there's what's happening on Friday. You've described Saturday for us. Mm-hmm. Is there any cost for people if they come in, and is there cool places to lodge in the area? Right.
Yeah. Columbus, Georgia is really close. Phoenix City, Alabama. But as far as campgrounds and stuff like that, you have Eufaula, Alabama, which is the bass capital of the world. So if you're into fishing, you can come and check out Eufaula, Alabama, Uchi Creek Campground, or a couple places that are fairly close to Seal, Alabama. Seal is kind of a little tiny dot on the map, so there's not a lot there, so you can't actually stay in a hotel in Seal, Alabama. But if you're into looking for Bigfoot, I mean, you don't really have to go anywhere but the courthouse, because you're already basically in the middle of the woods.
Right.
So those are some cool places to come and stay. Columbus, Eufaula, some of those campgrounds if you're into that. I'm sorry, I forgot your other question.
I don't know. I'm thinking about the whole place. I'm envisioning it, so I forgot myself. But hey, it sounds good. Either way.
Oh,
Yes.
you asked me about price. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's $15 for the East Alabama Bigfoot Town Hall on Saturday, plus taxes and all that. I think it's 17 something. And the Friday night meet and greet, of course, we're providing the spaghetti dinner and that type of thing. Some of the speakers will be there, and then we'll go squatching afterwards. That is, I think it was like 24 or something, but after taxes and all that, it's like 28 maybe. And then
Wow, that's reasonable, and that's reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not into it to make profit, so I mean we're just trying to cover our costs for the event space and stuff, the food. The paranormal event, I think it comes out to be. Originally, we had these prices set at 15, I think 25 and 50, but we decided to reduce the price just a little bit so that we could cover some of the processing fee costs.
Sure.
So the paranormal event, I think it comes out to be like $48, $49, something like that.
Man,
Yeah,
that
so-
sounds cool.
Yeah, and the paranormal event is like a 4 or 5 hour event. So it's not like a ghost hunt or you're just touring a place. This is actually, he's going to have cameras set up and different items throughout the courthouse, and then he's going to have a base camp outside with video monitors and stuff, and
Oh,
and
wow.
he's going to have a small group he'll take in and go around and do things. So should be pretty cool. I've not actually ever done something like that.
Yeah.
So that will be this will be my first time doing that, but seems pretty cool. And I definitely know that he's into that. Stacey Brown is into that kind of thing and has had experiences and stuff. So it'd be cool to check that out as well.
Well, and if he's setting up stuff too, that's cool because things get triggered based on
Right.
that's different energies.
Yeah, trigger objects. That's what he's going to have inside the town or inside the courthouse. So,
Yeah.
so
That's
yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Man, this is going to be a fun thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, I
It's a lot of work, but we get excited about it every year.
yeah. So, what's your goal, man, going forward? You just going to keep doing it, you think, or
Yeah,
do you
I mean, we
envision
love-
something?
Oh no, we love mingling with the people, getting to encounter stories and stuff like that. We've had a few people that have attended that have now joined our little core group. I think we have like 8 people that generally go out and do the research, camping, and try to collect evidence and stuff like that. And so, I mean, we don't have a limit on it. So, I mean, as long as they're close and local and they kind of fit into to kind of what we're doing, we welcome people into our core group to go out and do this stuff too. We generally don't just take random, the public out on expeditions and stuff with us just because of liability and that sort of thing, and not knowing people and people carrying weapons and stuff like that. So, I mean, we got to feel comfortable with someone before we're willing to do that. But we will be doing something smaller at the meet and greet. We're actually taking the group out to a little area that's not necessarily deep into the woods, but just kind of have an experience and kind of show people kind of what we do and the equipment that we use and how it works and all that kind of stuff.
That's great, and people they can get their first touch or their first taste of that, right?
And that's it.
Yeah.
And who knows?
They might
I
be
mean,
hooked, man.
we might actually experience something.
Yeah.
You can't go out there expecting to get something every time, but I mean that's your hope, and we have been able to successfully do that a bunch of times. So
Great. That's great. So, Jason, what are some links and website? How can people find out? So, if they're in the area, why not stop by, right? Check it out.
right.
How can they find out more about it?
So we have a website, squatchseekers.com.
Okay.
Pretty easy to get to. Of course, we're on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, and all of that as well. And all of our documentation as far as what's happening, the agenda, and all of that is on the website. And there's links on the website that takes you back to Facebook, YouTube, and all of that as well. So everyone can go there and find out everything about it, purchase tickets. Of course, our tickets are serviced on Eventbrite, but the link is on the website to be able to get to that as well.
Perfect. And if people, so you guys do kind of some form of a podcast too. If people want to catch you guys, how can
Yeah.
they do that?
Yeah, so all of our social media, Squatch Seekers of the South, you can just do a search on YouTube for that. On YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, it's the same name on all of those, so we're pretty easy to find on there. But we try to do a podcast every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. 3 or 4 of the guys will come on, and sometimes we'll have a guest on as well. This past week, we actually had a couple phone conversations with some people that were giving us their encounter. Some really cool people, one in Rome, Georgia, one in Clio, Alabama, Clio, something like that, Alabama. Really, really interesting experiences that both of those people had. I think we spent probably an hour and a half on the call with each of them. So we're like, hey, y'all want to come on the podcast? So hopefully we're going to have some really cool people come on soon. And you don't just have to listen to us ramble on, because, I mean, like I said, we're not a professional podcast. A lot of times we're just on here talking about what we experienced, the past expedition or whatnot. And, we just chat with people in the chat group and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
come on there. It's a fun time. Sometimes we argue, but we do love each other. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
Well, Jason, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say about the event, or anything else you guys have going on before we wrap up today?
Not a whole lot. Just check it out. Even if you're not in the area, support us on Facebook, YouTube. Give us a follow. We have a good time on YouTube with the podcast, and we would love to have some of your fans to your podcast. Come check us out, and especially if they're into Bigfoot, and contribute to the community.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That sounds great. Jason, thank you so much, man. This has been great. Hopefully I get out there one of these coming years. Maybe it'll be the 4th or the 5th annual, but you're on the list, my friend.
Absolutely. You're always welcome. We'll give you a free ticket. Just come on down to Alabama.
And if you experience anything else again, just send me an email. I'd love to hear more about that as well.
Okay.
So-
We sure will. We're always out there, so you never know. We'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Well,
I
there you go,
appreciate
everybody.
having me on.
Thank you very much. And everybody out there, March 7th, 6th and 7th, if you're in the area, Alabama, check it out. Don't miss it. Sounds like it's going to be a ball. And these are a good group of people that are sharing their experiences, and you've got some great people coming in to talk to you too. So I can't think of a better thing to do. So, all right, my friend, thank you very much. And for the rest of you, thank you so much for listening. And remember, there's a lot of strange and unexpected in our reality. So always keep your eyes, ears, and minds open. And until next time, stay safe.
Thank you for listening to High Strangeness. This was a glance at some of the strange that exists in our reality.